never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
He should come up on his notice board on his handlebars there.
Uriarte is just popping off the ground momentarily as they now come into the final, leading over the line on the fight towards the final lap, and then finish up maybe 8th or 9th or something.
To tell him, and of course there's a board hung out
He's
at the start of the finish.
Yes, straight away. It's a sweeping section as Guillaume Plonk, first rider to have a long lap penalty. They need every point that they can get. But the person who is in his best interest to bring the group all together, Hakim. Well done, Hakim. And that is going to put him, well, way back. Goodness me. Well, this is the exceeding track limits. He's in 20th spot at the moment. That'll move him down, likely to last. Danish.
Yeah, and he at the moment is back in 8th place, but closing in.
Part of it, unfortunately, that is going to put him, oh my goodness, 16th position.
Right, and as you were talking about, you know, using up your tyres too much, these Pirellis are really, and that group runs all the way down to what, sort of 16th, oh no, down to 20th.
He's got it to do all again, Peter. I can't believe it, Hakim. Oh, what a
superb tyres. They do drop off, the performance does fade away slightly, but it's very, very predictable position.
Goodness me, absolutely brilliant. There we go, the first of the track limits. What a shame! And as it stands, look at the gap this would bring into the...
So the guys can feel what's happening, and usually doesn't give them any nasty surprise.
Warnings coming in for Guillaume Plonk already. You don't want that track limits warning already at this stage in the championship with just 2 races left.
Yeah, it's a disaster. It's Brian Uriarte that leads, but up the inside now it's David Gonzalez there on the number 11.
Yeah, because one more time and you find yourself going through the long lap penalty.
Yeah, all can he be now? Can he get himself under control? Can he get back in the groove and chase after these balls into 2nd place?
I think I saw Christian Daniel pushing Marco Morelli rather wide there.
And there's Benyat Fernandez on the number 7. He certainly has the pace to drag this group, and who is that? Boys, and at least get a handful of points, because it's his arch rivals running 1-2. Brian Uriarte and Veda
in towards the penultimate turn, and there we have the weave-in riders trying to...
in the background, way off on the green that time. Right, so start and finish then. The Ega Pratama running 1-2. Karpushin is in 3rd place, but it's the fact that Brian Uriarte...
avoid the other riders catching too much of a slipstream. Morelli up the inside of Daniel again, just slots it there, goes...
And there's somebody pulling off. That was Christian Daniel pulling his tape off the radiator. As Brian and Veda Pratama are running 1-2, which is the problem for Hakim Danish. He's back
a little bit wide onto the green then, so he might himself have a track limits warning, but they have officially been caught by...
Uriarte leads over Veda Pratama. Up the inside is Morelli on Christian Daniel. He does it. Morelli in 16th place. No points for 16th.
Goodness me.
Sullivan Mounds with the fast.
By the others, they've now got Karpushin on their tail. Karpushin moving up the inside, potentially, certainly of Morelli, but also...
He takes 3rd place.
It was 9/10 of a second with the...
this lap of the race the last time round. Back in 14th place.
So Peter, what does that mean? I mean, is it even Stevens? Potentially Daniel as well. Not quite. As we see Morelli get pushed wide now by Benyat Fernandez. Chasing group across the finish line that time around, Peter. They closed in by a 10th. But look at Brian. Normally this means that actually, you know, it's actually quite a slow race. They're backing it up sometimes, but doesn't Lendez moving up the inside. Danish side by side with Morelli in the background too. Up front, he's just thinking, no way, I'm absolutely going for it. Last time around, he set a 1:46. Looked like it, given the gaps at the front.
Yeah, no, it doesn't, does it? But as they say, you know, so Uriarte leads from Gonzalez. I wonder now if Gonzalez says
0.8. But actually, the fastest rider on track, Peter, was Joel Pons, back into 19th place.
Just lap for Benyat Fernandez, but then on the same lap, Sullivan went a little bit quicker, back in 14th place. Got with the fellow Spanish, well, if the 2 Spanish can make a break for it, they've got the slightest advantage.
1:45.9. So actually, there's a lot of pace in hand here for the riders. But do they want to burn up?
As well. So, anyway, right, so it's Uriarte from Pratama. Advantage over Veda Pratama in 3rd place.
But they were half a second slower last time around. Their tyres too quickly on off.
Well, Joel Pons, you know, he's had a lousy season and a half in Rookies Cup so far, but there's the 70 of Christian Daniel Jr. back there in 6th place.
Car pushing, Peter. The Yugoslavian rider, Kyrgyzstani rider, sorry.
He was 6th in FP2, made a complete mess of qualifying, didn't get a toe, but certainly he has pace round here. Just been passed by Gonzalez. Benyat Fernandez in 4th place on the number 7. Yeah, look at this stuff, side by side. And hard on the if his FP pace is anything to go by, so it would be great to see Pop chasing Karpushin number 17. And so far Brian Uriarte breaks the back end of the KTM, hopping around there as Brian turns it into the funds way up in this group.
Uriarte and Pratama, a bit like
Veda Pratama absolutely unable to do what they did yesterday, which was race ahead at the first right-hander. And Agostinelli has got a long lap penalty
today, just swapping places around various parts of the track. Then
move the front of the field.
Be very careful of the green stuff on the exit of that. Yeah, that'll be a track limits thing as well, and it'll probably be, Pete, surely that it'll be the Pirelli sitting tight in 3rd position. That turn. Joel Pons having his best ride of the year so far at the moment. The number 16 into 10. Final corner where there isn't really a lip. It will be the first turn as well. That'll be where Daniel just behind him as well. Here is that fast and flowing section of the track. That's not really an overtaking spot. Chris placed just behind Carter Thompson from towards the back of the grid. So this is a great ride. These riders are getting caught out.
Right, side by side then on the brakes. This is where Brian...
But he didn't quite make it stick there. So we've got track limits warnings for Agostinelli, Brown for the pair of them. Joel Pons really needs a finish like this, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Hakim Danish up into film was so late yesterday and won the race, but this time it's Gonzalez who gets underneath him.
On Monignane and Danish.
Hakim Danish, yeah, that is very much a warning. All 15th as they cross the line that time, so he has 1 point at the moment. Un point to take the lead. Keep off the green. Oh, no. 3 abreast again on the brakes.
Oh,
and it's
Morelli.
Marco Morelli. No plan B takes the lead.
Very nearly nil point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Hakim, a real shame because
using every bit of road but staying away. And the number 11, David Gonzalez, a 17-year-old Spaniard. He has the lead.
Brilliant. No plan B up there once again. He's been a little bit quiet this year, hasn't he? Wow, what a blockbuster of a finish. A real Spielberg thriller we were in for with all 3 of
now. Can Brian Uriarte and Veda Pratama go with him?
And crucially, Peter, into 6th place as they cross. What we expected from the Argentinian, kicked off the year with a 5th and a 4th place finish.